There are 8 unfortunately unknown things that everyone who has a shower should do immediately, because not only will they make your shower look like new, but they'll also take you to a whole new level. That's why everyone who has a shower or bathtub should watch this video until the end. Before we get to some completely crazy tricks, let's start with number 1, because I bet you've never thought of using baking powder on your shower. Here's what you need to do. Take a packet of baking powder and pour it into a larger container. You'll also need a bit of dish soap now. You should only use a relatively small drop of it. After that, you'll also need some rinse aid. Take a slightly larger splash of rinse aid, and then add the exact same amount of apple cider vinegar. Now there's only one thing left, and that's regular water. Add 600 milliliters of it to the other ingredients and stir everything thoroughly. Don't be put off by the fact that it foams up a lot at first. That will subside a bit over time. Now this secret mixture is ready, and you should definitely take it to your shower door. Because if you dip a sponge into this mixture now, you can spread it over your entire shower door and let it sit for about 5 minutes before you start to roughly wipe it down again, and then rinse everything off with clean water. Because in fact, with this procedure, you can completely remove even stubborn limescale stains from your shower door. And since it's now really nice and clean, and of course you don't want new limescale stains to appear again super quickly, you'll need some rinse aid once more. It's best to use a spray nozzle like this, attach it to the rinse aid bottle, and then spray some rinse aid over the entire shower door, which you then spread everywhere with a cloth. Wipe over it until you no longer see any streaks. The advantage of this is actually that, thanks to the rinse aid, just like in the dishwasher by the way, no new water spots will stick to the shower door. This means that no new limescale stains will form, and you can actually save yourself the hassle of squeegeeing after showering, since hardly any water remains on the glass. And since we're already talking about limescale stains, we also need to talk about our shower fittings. Because here, it's often the case that a whole lot of limescale stains accumulate which we can't easily remove. But it works incredibly easily with an ordinary piece of baking paper. As you can see here, I just have to wipe over it once, and the limescale stains disappear as if I were using an eraser. Additionally, by doing this, we spread a thin layer from the surface of the baking paper, which also ensures that new limescale stains don't form as quickly. By the way, this works wonderfully on your faucet and other bathroom fittings as well. And if you thought these tricks were brilliant, just wait to see what else I have in store for you. Because for the next brilliant trick, you should grab a packet of baking powder, pour it into a small bowl, and then add a small splash of vinegar. It will immediately start to foam vigorously. Now give it a gentle stir for a moment, and then wait until it stops bubbling and foaming quite so vigorously. Now you should grab a few paper towels. You can tear these into smaller pieces and then put them into this mixture so that they get completely and thoroughly saturated with it. Because in the next step, you can apply the soaked towels to your silicone joints, especially if there is mold on them. Because as you can see with me, since they stick very well here, you can let them work extremely effectively for about 30 to 60 minutes and then remove them along with all the mold. For any remaining spots and to scrub everything thoroughly, you should grab an old toothbrush, dip it into the mixture as well, and scrub over the area thoroughly. Finally, rinse everything off with clear water and the mold should be gone for good. For the next absolutely brilliant trick, you'll need these kinds of cloths. You can now cut them into several thin strips, just as you can see here with mine. After that, you'll need a bowl where you pour in some vinegar. Now take all the cut strips and put them into this mixture, letting them soak completely so that in the next step you can take them to your shower. Because there is a very specific place where you can use them perfectly. Namely on your shower door, at those joints where a lot of limescale usually builds up, which sometimes even turns into a bit of mold. You can now simply stick the cloths on here. Because they will stick and be thoroughly soaked with vinegar, you can easily let them sit and work for 1 to 2 hours. Once the soaking time is up, you can remove them and gently wipe over the area with a sponge. You'll notice that all the limescale has already dissolved completely thanks to this vinegar mixture. And the last 3 tricks are real secret tips that even professionals don't know, like the candle trick. This trick says that you need to rub a regular candle, though it shouldn't be a colored one, but a white taper candle, over all the grout lines in your shower. Because as you do this, you'll notice that you're leaving a small amount of wax in the grout lines. Before we move on to the next step, you should first do this to all your grout lines. You'll see here that some of the candle gets rubbed off, and to distribute and work it in even better, you should rub your finger over all the grout lines again. This way you distribute the entire amount of wax throughout the whole grout line, ensuring that you really seal it. As a result, dirt and even mold can no longer stick here, so you'll have to clean your shower much less often in the future, and it will look newer and fresher for much longer. For the next trick, you'll need one or even several clothespins. The important thing in the first step is that these must be made entirely of wood. You'll understand why in just a moment. You can now place several of these anywhere in and around your shower. For example, you can attach them to the shower caddy or anywhere else on your shower in general. Just clip them on here. If you don't want to do this directly in the shower, you can also attach them to your curtain or your shower door. You can even attach it anywhere in your bathroom in general or directly on top of the shower head. Because every time you shower, you'll be able to spread an incredibly pleasant scent throughout your entire bathroom if you do one important thing with the clothespins beforehand. For this, you'll need an essential oil of your choice. Put a few drops directly onto the clothespin, twist it around a bit, and wait until the oil has soaked in. This way, you can turn your entire bathroom into an incredible wellness oasis with just a few simple steps. But I bet you've never thought of spreading some buttermilk in your shower before. By the way, this only works if you have a shower tray like this. But you can also use it in the bathtub in exactly the same way. First, you need to put in the stopper so that the buttermilk doesn't just run out again. Now pour a good amount of regular buttermilk into your shower, grab a cloth and spread it everywhere so that you have a very thin layer of buttermilk all over. And not just inside the tray itself, but also around the edges. In the next step, you should let the whole thing sit. Let it sit here for at least an hour. You can even leave it in your shower or bathtub for up to 4 hours. When this time is up, all you have to do is remove the stopper and you can start rinsing everything off again. Thanks to the ingredients in the buttermilk, you'll manage to make the surface of your bath or shower tray beautifully white again. Grayish stains are completely and very easily removed simply by adding some buttermilk here and letting it sit. And if you want to know why you should put your feet in a plastic bag like this once a week, then check out the video you now see on the screen. All you need to do is simply click on it directly.